Hey, so in this video I'm going to show you how to build a classifier using branch. So the whole idea here is that you can construct an initial node and run a classifier on a particular subset of the dataset. So for example, I pick a gene that's say TBSD2, and as soon as I add this, and let's say I want to run a particular classifier like a simple vector machine on this set of this part of the data set. So what I do is I add a classifier. So to add a classifier, what I do is I need to switch to classifiers, and I can add some of the pre-existing classifiers that exist. So let's say I want to add, so let's say in this case, let's build a new classifier on our own. So to build a classifier, you click here, it says build classifier, and so I specify a name. Let's say screencast test. So the three different types of classifiers that you can build on branch for now. One is a J48, which is the decision tree algorithm. One is the simple vector machine and naive pairs. So let's say for now I pick a simple vector machine. Now there are multiple ways of how you can pick features that the classifier should use. Now one way would be to simply use the autocomplete and pick certain genes and add them to the classifier. So the classifier will basically use this gene, a bunch of genes that you pick to run the algorithm. The other way is that you can use the pathway search that is built in. So in this case, you can, as I showed you in the previous video, you search for the pathway and you select those genes and add them here. So let's say I pick pathway search and I say okay, apoptosis. Let's say keg. So here you can see that all the genes from the pathway are added here. So I select all these genes and say add, and all these genes are added as features in the simple vector machine, and then I say build classifier. So what essentially is happening right now is that a classifier, the classifier that you selected, is being run on the cases here. So if you click on the node here, you can see the summary of the classifier. So this is basically the equation that the simple vector machine has generated, and these two are the different classes that are generated by the simple vector machine, and you can see that the accuracy here has changed as well. Now this is how you basically build a classifier. So let's say you want to add a classifier here as well. So if you want to add a predefined classifier, all you have to do is, so let me zoom in here so it's clearer, and yes, so I can click here, and what happens is I can see a list of classifiers that have been developed. Now let's say I pick a classifier that contains all the genes from apoptosis. So I just click here, and so evidently, since there are very few cases here, the classifier has come out with only one class, and this is a summary of the classifier that is built. So this is how you use branch to build classifiers on particular subsets of the data. In the next video, I'll be showing you how to develop splits visually by plotting data using in a graph using two particular genes.